What's goody, my gang? Caleb here. You know, I've been out in the woods for the last month because I don't know what happened. I just didn't like a Kanto game, and now I'm here. Now you might be wondering, hey Caleb, why are you wearing a different change of clothes than last time? There's no clothes out in the woods. Well, surprisingly, there is. I don't know how my entire wardrobe got out in the woods, but it did somehow. Anyway, I have to go to that island.
Well, you know what it's time for. Going to random islands for no reason. Yep, that's what I'm doing now. Anyway, so I talked to Bill. You know, he's gonna take me to this island. I don't know why he's taking me to an island. He's a rich billionaire taking me to an island. Something is very suspicious. But you know what? I'm just gonna look past that. Anyway, the name Bill reminds me of something. Oh yeah, I remember now.
Man, this reminds me of that time I tried to pass a bill in Congress to, patent the L button. Wait a minute, I already made a whole 23-minute long video about that. Man, that was such a waste of potential.
Now, before I did anything, I decided, you know what, I should probably get the HM that's on one island, because apparently there's a fancy little disc here that gives your Pokemon move on one island. I probably should have explained what HMs were a long time ago. I'm just gonna assume we all know what HMs are. Anyway, just trying to figure out which one of these guys has the... yeah, I think it's this old man. Yeah. Anyway, I got an HM from him, so... Yeah, and then the next thing I did after was catch a legendary. Pokemon games are weird. So yeah, I just threw a purple ball at this orange bird, and he went in. I now have 3 birds. I don't know. This is the best Pokemon team ever. It's got birds on it. Oh yeah, and he's number 146 in the Pokedex. But you didn't know that, huh? Yeah, I know you didn't know that. Anyway, I've kind of forgot to mention that Bill, this guy from earlier, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he gave me this fancy rock. Yeah, he gave me a fancy rock, so that's cool. And now you're thinking, but Caleb, you hate rocks. See, that's the thing. The rock wasn't for me. It was for this casino that's on 2 Island. Yeah, I think it's on 2 Island. So I will go in, and immediately this guy tells me his kid's kidnapped, and I have to go find her. I guess that's what you get for naming your kid Lost L. Why would you name your kid Lost L if you knew they were going to get lost? Where are you? Some people are just so unintelligent. And this is just a video game NPC. There are real people stupid.
Usually I make a joke about rescuing a kidnapped child, but my joke notebook isn't here right now. This is the notebook I write all my jokes in. How did this get here?
So to save this idiot stupid kid, I had to go to 3 Island, and I had to fight an entire biker gang. This isn't even my kid. I'm doing this for somebody else. Do you think that I like having to fight entire biker gangs? It's not fun. It's seeing as how this is a video game, it's really boring. But if I had to do this in real life, I'd be even more mad. Why are you so stupid? I'm getting sick and tired of this game. I've played this game so many times just within the last couple of months. I'm just so ready to be done with this game. So I go into this forest, and I think that's where the kid is. So, we're good. Want to know what happened next? Lost L is stuck in this forest and forcing me to fight this stupid thing. I mean, I caught it in a Pokeball, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering this right. But just, why couldn't this guy save his own kid or, call the police or something? But no, he had to get a random person that he's never met before in his life to do that. He's lucky I'm not... the type of person that Bill was, I think, Secret Islands Rich.
Wow, that was shockingly easy. I genuinely thought that would take effort, but no. This isn't even long enough to make a whole video about. So Oh, yeah, right. I can't get Mewtwo until I beat the whole post-game. I have to get the Ruby and the Sapphire. Stupid rocks.
Okay, so I brought this kid back home, so now I can finally give the fancy rock to this old bald dude. There, I've completed the first part of the post-game. To unlock the rest of the post-game, I have to go get the National Pokedex, so I'm gonna go do that. Alright, well, I gotta get the second half of the post-game going, so I went back to Professor Oak because I finally have 60 Kanto Pokemon in my Pokedex, and well, he's upgrading our Pokedexes. That's cool. I'm not going to use any of the new Pokemon in the National Dex. No, I'm just using this to springboard, the second half of the post game. So, yeah, I'm just sick and tired of this game. You know, the first part of the post game was about a fancy rock. Well, now I have to get 2 fancy rocks. 2. Why have I tried to get fancy rocks for people? I'm not even gonna do things with these. What are we doing? No, really, I have to beat up 2 men to get a fancy rock? What is this game? And so I went into that, mountain again, and I grabbed this fancy rock called the Ruby. That's neat. Yeah. I give this to this guy, and he asks if I can find another rock for him. Because this game just loves fancy rocks for some reason. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I truly could not tell you. So then I went to 4 Island and I got this HM. Don't ask about other things that happened here. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I remember. I beat up some men. That also happened too. Yeah. This isn't... I don't even know if this is doing anything to get the Sapphire, to be honest. I'm just doing stuff now. I then used Cut on a door on 6 Island. And, yeah. I went and I got the Sapphire. And then a guy stole it from me. So, that's neat. I really don't like this guy. And you know what I do with people that I don't like? I write them in my list of people that I don't like.
Usually I'd use a pen or a pencil to write down another person in my list, but I don't have a pen or pencil, so you're going in the list. I don't like you.
I then went back to the Pokemon Center on 6 Island because, why not? Figured I'd enjoy myself, and then I saw Fib, and my day was ruined. I don't care about catching all of the Pokemon in this playthrough. That would make this series like 10 parts. I don't want to do that. I don't know why he's talking about it. I don't like this guy. He's already in my list, though. I'm not gonna make another live-action segment where I write him in there. I then went to 5 Island, where I went to this Team Rocket base, because that's where the guy went, and Lord, I do not know how to get through this. I genuinely don't. It's so late at night, I'm making this video, and I was just so confused the whole time as I was freaking doing this puzzle. This was confusing. Well, I then beat up the guy, and then I can finally get to leave 5 Island. As long as I can return the Sapphire, I'll be able to stop playing the game. I can then leave this forest. I'm so sick of this game. I cannot wait to be done with this. If you couldn't tell, I have been making this video pretty lazily, actually. I've actually left out a lot of details.
I thought that, when he said that he didn't like Kanto slop anymore, he'd, change his mind once he was teleported into the forest, but seeing as how his mind doesn't change, I'm gonna shoot him.
Whoa, what just happened? I think that bullet wound gave me a coma, and now I'm having a dream in the coma, I think. That's probably what's happening. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I know my physical body is still in the woods, probably dying right now. So, don't know. I guess I should probably try to catch Mewtwo. That'd be a good idea. So I went to Cerulean Cave because I completed that side quest because I'm gonna catch Mewtwo, and this is a confusing maze. Whatever happened to, like, being able to be done with this game, you know? Well, there's Mewtwo. I caught it. You know, I wonder, is this part even canon? Because I'm doing this in a, you know, in a coma. And this is a dream in the coma. Is this even a... Am I even doing this in the game? Is that... I'm not even going to think about it. This is a stupid YouTube video. Anyway, I caught Mewtwo. There, I did it. Beat the game. So now, I'm going to have a part 4 to this. It's just going to be all plot for some reason. I don't know. Now, you might be asking, how am I going to get out of this coma? Well, the answer is, I'll figure it out next month. Peace out.